I thought I'd start a Barefoot college. College only for the poor. What the poor thought was important would be reflected in the... You have to be a cop-out or a washout or a dropout to come to our college. You have to work with your hands. You have to have a dignity of labor. You have to show that you have a skill that you can offer to the community and provide a service to the community. It's the only college which is fully solar electrified. All the power comes from the sun. But the beauty is that it was installed by a priest, a Hindu priest who's only done 8 years of primary schooling. Never been to school, never been to college. Food, if you come to the Barefoot College, is solar cooked. But the people who fabricated that solar cooker are women, illiterate women, who actually fabricate the most sophisticated solar cooker. It's a parabolic Scheffler solar cooker. We have a dentist. She's a grandmother, illiterate, who's a dentist. She actually looks after the teeth of 7,000 children. Barefoot technology. This was 1986, no engineer, no architect thought of it, but we are collecting rainwater from the roofs. If we have 4 years of drought, we still have water in the campus because we collect rainwater. This woman is an extraordinary grandmother, 55 years old, and she solar electrified 200 houses for me in Afghanistan. All these women sitting in one table from 8, 9 countries, all chatting to each other, not understanding a word because they're all speaking the different language. But their body language is great. 60% of children don't go to school because they have to look after animals, sheep, goats, domestic chores. So we thought of starting a school at night for the children. And what do we teach in these schools? Democracy, citizenship, how you should measure your land, what you should do if you're arrested, what you should do if your animal is sick. Every 5 years, we have an election between 6 to 14-year-old children participate in a democratic process. Cabinet, Minister for Education, Minister for Energy, Minister for Health, and they actually monitor and supervise 150 schools for 7,000 children.
Studio Schools is underpinned by a framework designed to produce employability and life skills in young people. By involving communication, a requirement to relate to others, enterprise, application, thinking skills and emotional intelligence in schooling, young people find themselves ready for life after school.
This school offers an opportunity for children to learn those employability skills before they seek employment.
In my opinion, there's always been a bit of a disconnect between school and academia and the business world. And this idea of putting together a studio school that brings business and academia close together has got to be a good thing.
A large part of what students in the studio school will be doing is project-based learning. This is basically real-life projects that really give context to what the students are doing. The good thing about it is everybody in the class is involved in the evolution of everybody's project. Through giving them feedback and advice on what they can do to improve. I think this gives students a much better insight into what it's like to work in businesses.
I like doing practical courses because they're interesting and fun to do, and they're a highly recognised qualification that you can put on your CV, and I know that I'll use the skills in later life, and most schools don't get to do that, so it's good.
The students are not the only ones benefiting from the studio schools. Parents are enjoying happier and more fulfilled children at home too.